for a couple of hardship practice laps. So that is our lineup as the white flag is out, which means we are close to getting the field in motion. Our front row populated by John Porter and Bo Norman. The pace car has gone for peace and quiet. The man behind the microphone, the voice of the New London Waterford speedbowl, Dave Barbault.
And the field rolls off turn number 4. We get ready to go underway. And it is the doctor, John Porter, who grabs the early lead. Battle on for second, where Al Stone will try to slice his way underneath the 8 of Norman as they go down the backstretch.
Keep an eye on Monty Gibbs, car number 55, as he tries to bury that car underneath the 8 of Bo Norman. He is about halfway through, battle for the lead. Porter has it, and here comes Al Stone. Contact between the two cars.
As the 38 tries to put a little bit of a block on Stone, Stone continues to try to slice his way underneath that car as they go into turn number 3. But Porter has the spot on the outside as Stone tries once more.
They lean on each other, and it's Al Stone pulling even. Now on the outside, Chris Meyer trying to boogie around the 8 of Norman. Stone moves in front. Meyer moves into third. Trouble for Paradis as he lurches backwards. Now he's even with Shikonis.
Also on the move is the 55 of Monty Gibbs. He's on the outside of Norman. He'll move to the 4th spot, and following in his footsteps, the 37 of Jordan Hadley.
And Hadley is trying to get around the 8 of Norman. Up at the front, it's a healthy lead for Al Stone, leading by utility pole over Porter. Meyer is on the warpath as he tries to move to the outside of Porter. One thing we learn with the battle between Stone and Porter is that the doctor is a very difficult man to get by.
And while Stone may be pulling away from John Porter, Porter has his hands full as Chris Meyer attacks on the outside as they swing away off turn number 4 and hit the stripe.
And Meyer in the hip pocket of John Porter. And 4th is Gibbs, and he got a shot from behind by Hadley, and he is able to recover. Then leading the next group of cars is Norman, and coming from the shadows is Beal as he gets a massage from behind by Waterman. Also on the outside is Shikolis, and right now, leading by the length of the Grand Canyon is Al Stone. Meyer gets by Porter to move into second.
We'll see if Meyer can track down Stone in the final 18 laps of this event. Best battle is for the 4th spot, where Monty Gibbs is trying to hold off Jordan Hadley as they streak their way into turn number 1.
Remember, Meyer started this race with a 3-point advantage over Stone, and if the field should end the way it is right now, they would be tied. So the fight is on for the number 4 spot between Gibbs and Hadley. And once again, Hadley using his front bumper as a battering ram, trying to disrupt the rhythm of Monty Gibbs. Good run for Yerington. And here comes Ryan Waterman in the 75, looking for some elbow room underneath Charles Beal. Of course, a tribute car in the 70 track champion at Stafford Speedway, Ed Yerington. Another shot from behind, this time Shikolis against Beal.
And in the battle for the 5th spot, Jordan Hadley got a little bump back on the back bumper on the 55 of Gibbs. He lost some momentum and lost time and space, Matt. He's now about a car length behind in that battle.
And here comes Gibbs trying to squeeze underneath the 38 of the doctor, John Porter, as Porter looking for his first podium run of the season, and Gibbs continues to pester him, so that is a pretty good battle there, and Myers is starting to erase some of the lead that has been opened up by Al Stone.
That lead is certainly shrinking as Meyer whips his way into turn number 3. The battle of 3 cars struggle now, Matt, for 3rd. Monty Gibbs on the inside of John Porter, and Jordan Hadley continues to attack, sitting in 5th.
Here comes Gibbs, slingshot move to the inside of Porter, and this time it looks like it might pay off. A little resurgence by Porter. Hadley is also in the picture as they boogie their way off of turn number 4. Here comes Porter hanging on by his fingernails.
And they go into turn number 1. They're side by side, a little bang and touch through turns 1 and 2, and it is Monty Gibbs who has the lead, has the 3rd spot.
And let's see if Gibbs can keep it as he is able to scalpel his way underneath Porter. 3rd, 4th, and 5th could fit in a donut hole. And the man who is taking advantage of the situation now is Porter on the outside. He springboards his way back into the top 3.
And Monty Gibbs not ready to give up just yet. He has the leverage down low, but Porter with a resurgence hangs on to the 3rd spot as they hit the line.
Now, Stone's lead is stabilized, but Porter on the inside, on the outside, and he is tuckered out. Gibbs gets by him. Now Hadley gets by him. And Porter, in the space of 100 yards, goes from 3rd to 5th.
And it's still Chris Meyer whittling into that lead. He has 8.5 laps left. Can he track down the 52 of Al Stone?
Well, he really hasn't made a move in about the last 3 or 4 laps, so we'll see if he can put on a charge here, down to the final 8, and Al Stone maintaining his lead. Now Gibbs has a little bit of relief as he is leading by the length of a tongue depressor over Jordan Hadley in a fight for 3rd, and Porter 5th. Waterman is 6th, going around his Norman as he spun around. Could have been contact between he and the 19 car, but he winds up in the right direction. So we'll see if the yellow comes out, and it does, because Norman is not moving. So the first yellow flag of the event comes on lap number 18. And Al Stone last week, when starting in the front row with father and son, Charles Beal and Jason Beal. But Jason, this race, has been loitering at the rear of the field for most of it. We are ready for a restart. Who will get the jump between Al Stone and Chris Meyer? Dave Barabalt has the answer.
They come off turn number 4. Green is out, and it is a drag race down into turn number 1. And it looks like on the outside by inches, Matt, it could be Chris Meyer.
And let's see what happens. A great lift off turn 2 for Meyer. Looked like he was at Cape Canaveral, extending his advantage over Stone. Stone fireballs his way into the side of the 87. Chris Meyer has the lead on lap number 19.
And now Al Stone dropped into the 2nd spot, and he has to watch for the charge of Jordan Hadley. Was right on his back bumper a few minutes ago, but has dropped off just a little bit as they go into turn number 3.
Well, John Porter is not done yet as he takes further away from Gibbs. Waterman moving up, contact between Waterman and Borges. Over the track, Waterman trying to save it, headed to the wall, able to keep it off the wall.
And now as they go, he'll cut back down in front of Jason Shakolis, hang on to the spot as they go down the backstretch. Your leader off turn 4, Chris Meyer.
And it is Meyer trying to open up an advantage over the 52 of Al Stone. Al Stone led for the first 18. Now Meyer is taking over. And here comes Monty Gibbs underneath Porter. That is a very interesting battle for 4th. Tasmanian Devil is winning race. But Porter, they come together. Gibbs and Porter. Porter trying to stop it. He gets to Gibbs. He goes around. Headed to the wall. And Gibbs is in 4th, and in oblivion right now is Jordan Porter. Turning and hit the line. And Meyer out in front.
Chris Meyer trying to hang on with Al Stone right behind him as they go off turn 2 down the backstretch. Jordan Hadley runs in the 3rd spot, and then deeper in the field we have Monty Gibbs trying to hold off the 19 of Adrian Paradis as they come off turn number 4, going by the number 4 machine with Whitlock the left. It is Chris Meyer, your leader. Al Stone, if he has any bullets in the holster, will have to fire him in the final 2 turns as they go down the backstretch. It'll be the 87 Christopher Meyer, turn number 4, taking home the win. Finishing in 2nd will be the 52 of Al Stone. Then we have Jordan Hadley in the 37.
My line and standing in there with all these guys, they're tough to battle with, and it's fun. So,
how happy are you with a 3rd place?
very happy. We had a couple bad weeks, but we're back up here where we belong, so I'll take it.
And who would you like to acknowledge for your 3rd place finish?
Bruce Thomas for the setup, Chris for working on the car, and my grandpa. Everybody that helps out, Phil, my whole family, they all put effort into this. Keegan for coming every week. I can't thank them enough.
That is the word. That's the word. That's the word for our 3rd place finisher, Jordan Hadley. Finishing in 2nd, car number 52, Al Stone. Al, what happened on the restart?
Yeah, Chris just beat us. There's no doubt about it. He was the better car tonight. We did all we could. Car just went away, and his did, and his got better. Ours went away, and congratulations to them. They deserve to win the race.
Who would you like to thank tonight?
Big A Auto Parts in North Branford, the D&D Trucking's here, Anna Shine's Used Cars, Killingworth Garage, my parents, my wife's here, my little girl Sarah's here, Dominic, Larry's Auto Machine, everybody that helps out. This is just, it's a good week after a couple of bad weeks, so we'll take it.
That is a word for our second place finisher, Al Stone. And now it is time to meet our winner, the live wire, Christopher Meyer. And he has a crew in front of him. So the Meyer Maniacs are in front of their favorite driver, Chris Meyer. And we will go and talk to our winner. Boy, you seem to get more popular with every race that you win.
Yeah, we're just having a really good time. The car, we built a really good car, and it's getting better and better every week. And I just want to thank everybody that helps out. My dad, my sister, my brother, Sean, the whole crew, Big Sexy Race Chassis, 7-Eleven, Trees Pools and Spas, Falvies.com, 32 Signs. And we just had a great day. I mean, the truck broke down on the way here. We missed a round of practice. Day started out was a mess, but what a great finish.
I guess this could make you smile, beating Al Stone on the restart. The winner of our 25-lap limited sportsman feature, the live wire.